Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of the English Whisky 10-year-old Summerton exclusive. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of the English Whisky 10-year-old Summerton exclusive. This is a 10-year-old English single malt whisky and it's from the St George's distillery in Norfolk. This particular whisky came to me as part of my Summerton whisky subscription in December 2024 and it was a bonus bottle which was £50. It was available in limited quantities and I took advantage of the offer. It's 46% ABV, it's non-chill filtered and natural colour, and as I said before, it is a 10-year-old single malt. Should we find out what it tastes like? On to the whisky. So before I start nosing and tasting, let's have a quick look at the colour. I'd say that's like a pale gold. It's been aged exclusively in ex-American oak, so yeah, obviously that's why it doesn't have that much colour. Let's start with the nose. So the first thing I get with this is some orchard fruits. They're quite soft. I'm getting like pear. I'm getting like new oak. I'm getting a hint of baking spices. I'm also getting some star anise. There's some vanilla. And like custard. I'm getting some shortbread biscuit. And there's also a hint of white pepper. Let's move on to the palate. Yeah, so on the palate I'm starting to get orchard fruits. Really is quite a lot of like apples. I'm getting mostly like green apple skin. It really is nice. It's quite fresh, the sort of fruitiness that I'm getting. And not too strong either. It's not too dominant, it's not too overpowering. There is a little bit of heat, a little bit of pepper. This is 46% ABV, so I wouldn't expect it to be very hot. But it's, yeah, very tasty so far. Let's have another sip. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit of savouriness. I'd say it's a little bit umami. The savoury note works really well with the apple note that I picked up to start. And there's also a spiciness to this. I'd say it's like a barrel char or barrel spice that works really well. I think the pepper I picked up initially, I think has turned into that sort of spice sort of note that I'm getting right now. Let's have one final sip. Yeah, there's quite a lot of sweetness with this, along with those green apple skins. There's a really nice vanilla note. I'd say it's a slightly synthetic vanilla, but it's still quite nice. And unusually, there's also a hint of soap. I've started to pick up soap a couple of times now recently. The first time I ever picked it up, I found it quite off-putting on a whisky. But yeah, I think this is quite subtle. It's quite soft, and yeah, it's not like I'm having my mouth washed out with a bar of soap. It really is quite pleasant. Obviously, if you don't find soap pleasant, then you might not like this. But it's, yeah, maybe it's just I'm susceptible to that sort of note, and it isn't off-putting, as I said. In terms of finish, I'd say it's quite long. We're getting those apple skins. There's some dry wood and there's definitely a little bit of spice like pepper. But it's, yeah, it's really quite pleasant. In terms of value, well, I got this as part of my Summerton subscription as an add-on, and I got it for the same price as the standard bottle, which was £50. I think £50 for a 10-year-old English whiskey, which is 46% ABV, non-chill filtered natural colour, is a bargain. I think it's really good. I don't think you'd find the same from any other English whiskey distillery, so I think this is cracking. But yeah, this isn't available to buy. It was a special pick by Dan from the Summerton Club, but there may be whiskies available from time to time which are similar to this, and obviously they will be quite a bit more expensive. I think if this was around the sort of, I don't know, £80 mark, I'd probably buy it. I think it's quite decent, it's quite fruity, it's quite mellow and soft. I think 10 years in American Oak has done the spirit wonders. And yeah, I think if you're a fan of English whiskey or a fan of this style, the sort of flavours that I'm picking out, then it might well be up your street. If you've tried this, then let me know in the comments as always. And if you haven't and you've got a similar suggestion, either an English whiskey or something similar, then also let me know in the comments and I'll take a look and see if I can review it in future. Hopefully you found that interesting, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Stauncher.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.